Oh, baby, a triple!
Yeah, you know what time it is. Check your calendars and wipe the Cheeto dust off your pudgy little fingers. It's time to fake being sick so your mom will let you stay home from school. In public, you're a timid beta piece of cucked shit. But in Call of Duty, you can finally be the man your dad always dreamed you'd be. Too bad your precious franchise is falling faster than Hillary's grades in Electoral College. And something has to change. Rest in pieces, Call of Duty. No one cares.
Here we go!
We're not even trying to be dicks right now, but when we started figuring out what to talk about in this week's episode of the totally uninformed gaming show, something hit us like a lightning bolt.
Wasn't there supposed to be a new Call of Duty coming out this year?
Well, where the hell is it? Is it out yet?
I don't know.
Why isn't anyone talking about
Where's the hubbub?
it? Where's all the no-scope vids?
I don't know.
Well, that's when we realized that we were truly free from the early grip of this cesspool of gaming. Neither of us had even noticed that Call of Duty Infinite Warfare had been released.
It snuck up on us.
Wow.
Whoops. We should have done something about it last week, because apparently that's when it came out. But I had no idea.
Wow.
Huh, time flies. Maybe it was just franchise fatigue that drained the enthusiasm of Activision's guaranteed market the same way that the rigged DNC drained the enthusiasm of voters. Maybe it was because anytime we saw a commercial for a futuristic shooter on TV, no one could tell whether or not it was an advertisement for Call of Duty, Titanfall 2, Watch Doge 2, or Mass Effect Andromeda. Maybe it was
Andromeda.
I know, it's a joke. Maybe it was because the game sought to bring its users to the future instead of allowing them to relive the past, make gaming great again. Maybe it's just that they actually didn't change enough from the previous year's offering, or the year before that, or the year before that. Either way, this game landed with a thud, and the numbers are here to back it up.
First and foremost, the pre-sale numbers leading up to the launch of what was supposed to continue to be the biggest game of all time ever were completely lackluster when compared directly to previous years. Hell, even the initial trailers for Infinite Warfare had a horrifying amount of dislikes compared to almost any video on the website aside from Justin Bieber's music and that all-female Ghostbusters movie trailer.
I bet that had something to do with the election getting
Call of
skewed.
Duty, they putting Leslie Jones in the new Call of Duty was a bad move. Activision.
Yeah,
That
way to
contract
go.
is the second most disliked video of all time.
There you go. But then we got to see some of the post-release numbers, which paint an even sadder picture of this game.
Sad.
In the UK, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare sales are down almost 50% from where they previously were last year for Black Ops 3, which is a huge dip, and one that Activision is going to have to spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to bounce back from. What did we do wrong? One indicator as to why the fall of this is so significant was that Infinite Warfare is the first Call of Duty title to not be offered for previous generation consoles like the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. But according to a sales tracker, even with that part of the equation removed, the dip is still over 40%. Sad.
Also, the game just doesn't seem to be very good.
No.
I mean, sure, a lot of the big name companies are throwing some great ratings, many 9 out of 10s.
Gonna go cash my Activision check. Oh wait, we're not the lamestream media.
But we all know that you can't trust those crooked, cucked outlets because they're part of the media elite.
Yeah.
And if we've learned one thing about the media, they lying.
They lying.
Now, if you venture over to Metacritic and look at the user score for this game, it's sitting at a crippling 3.4 out of 10. Based on nearly 900 reviews, with a plethora of users calling the game complete trash, aside from its inclusion of the remastered version of Modern Warfare, which is bait.
Yeah, it's just bait,
kids. But we fucking warned you, didn't we?
Yeah.
We were ahead of this curve, and again, you just didn't listen, because you're so much smarter than the T.U.G.S people, our little think tank. Oh, we're too uninformed.
Yeah.
Guess who's uninformed now, idiot?
You.
Well, you're gonna have to just wait a few more minutes for Shivy to review it in full. So we will withhold the rest of our thoughts for now and continue on by highlighting another terrible entry into the fall gaming season, Titanfall 2.
Yeah, so if you thought voters, I mean gamers were apathetic towards COD this year, well, right now EA and Respawn are just wishing that people cared that little about Titanfall 2 because this thing almost didn't even register as a blip on the gaming landscape this year. We're going to use our expert brains here and assume that the main reason for this would be releasing it right in between literally every other huge AAA title during the fall. How the fuck are you supposed to get people outside of a hardcore Titanfall fan base to play this thing when EA's own Battlefield 1 is sitting right there? And then Call of Duty, it's all around the same time frame. Get real. Dumb. Ugh.
Despite the lack of enthusiasm, the game got pretty decent reviews, including
That was a
who was paid
crazy.
to give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So
EA was filling his pockets.
So we're not always ethical, but maybe there will be a market for it once the buzz of some other big titles wears down, like Call of Duty. But as of right now, Titanfall 2 sometimes doesn't even crack the top 30 most played games on Steam, which is pretty sad for a release as big as this, and with active users that low, multiplayer matches will suffer, and they could have players waiting extended periods of time to even get into a match.
I give up.
Our hope is that with Christmas around the corner, people will pick this title up and give it a chance when the time is there and they realize that COD sucks.
Also, Hanukkah and Christmas, same time this year.
Good.
So it's fine. Christians
Unity.
and Jews coming together to play
Unity
Titanfall.
is what we need.
Yeah.
When's Ramadan?
I don't know.
Wait, we were giving Steam stats on Titanfall 2?
Yeah, we only talk about PC stuff in here because
Game's on fucking Origin. How is that possible?
it doesn't matter.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, take that.
Okay.
Did we? Is this show called T.U.G.S? No, it's called T.U.G.S.
What's Origin?
Yeah,
Good question.
I get all of my information from sites like ProGamerSwag.net. So
Continue.
thank you. In other shitty gaming news that shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone anymore, another huge game is having issues with its PC version.
Oh, good.
Why is this such an issue? Didn't people learn from Arkham Knight and the other dozen games that this has happened to recently? Or do people just say, fuck it, and not beta test this shit on PC because for some reason the devs are probably just like, well, if it runs good on a console, it's gotta run smooth as silk on a PC. Her dirt master race. Well, no, you're wrong, because Dishonored 2 is the latest in a long line of PC port stinkers, and it's experiencing numerous issues.
The main issue for players seems to be related to the frame rate and general clunkiness of gameplay, even for players with ultra high-end, expensive, homemade PCs.
Homemade.
With graphics cards that cost more than entire consoles, or even entire homes.
Yeah.
Probably just consoles. One of the directors behind the studio who developed the game Arcane,
That's the name of the studio.
okay, he acknowledged that people were experiencing problems, but also said that there's currently no time frame available for a patch that might fix these issues.
Whoops.
We'll get around to it. All in all, this is just another reason why you should wait like a year to buy any game. But again, you never listen to us, even though we are always right.
Did you end up buying Civ 6?
No, I'm gonna wait a year.
The one you're playing.
The Civ games always take about a year for them to patch everything.
Yeah, well, the
right.
good news is you put away like $3 a month, and you can get any. The game's paid off by the time it's been out for a year.
I took like a 2-year break from gaming about 5 years ago, and it has been the best gift I could have ever given myself.
Playing games for a while now.
I play everything 2 years late. They're always cheap. It's awesome. Can't really talk about it on this show because you already paid fucking.
Those
pre-order.
games are old. I pre-ordered that
Don't.
after seeing one still photo of it at E3. I pre-ordered Dishonored 2 so I could get the mask in the package. Oh, cool! Look at this poster to put on my door. I put it on my shelf. That's to all my other bullshit. Oh, cool! Look, a ring.
Dumb. Wow. Anyways, but we know there's already been way too much doom and gloom this week. Can't we say something positive to help bring you out of your sullen rut for a little bit and hopefully give you a little glimmer of hope for the future? Sure, here's some breadcrumbs for you. Skate 3 is coming to the backwards compatibility program for Xbox One. Your prayers have been answered.
Thanks, PewDiePie.
Also, we just got a backwards compatible president. Your prayers have been answered. We haven't seen any firm dates on when it will be available yet, but this is great news considering it was one of the most sought after titles for backwards compatibility when the program initially launched. Still, even though Skate 3 might have some life left in it, there is no information about a potential Skate 4, which is pretty upsetting. That franchise was great. Nobody playing skateboard game anymore.
Tony Hawk's game, whack.
Yeah.
His physics, whack.
The Thrasher skate game, whack. Skate 3,
Uptight as fuck.
Yeah. Maybe we can crowdfund this game or something, but then the devs would just take the skate money and go buy drugs and hookers instead. But, you know, it's a start. Yeah.
But there's one man who refuses to share his drugs and hookers with any dev unless they can prove themselves worthwhile by providing a top-tier gaming experience and a bribe. What does What this man does share, on the other hand, is his knowledge of video games with you, the eager child, drooling,
Just a shitty
picking boogers out of your
fucking
tiny head,
booger eater.
waiting to hear what to
Shibby,
avoid.
Yeah.
That man is Shibby. And guys, he's back off the heels of last week's perfect score to hopefully change the way that we think about something new and shiny. Sheriff Joe Arpaio may not be patrolling the streets of Arizona anymore, but there's a new sheriff in town.
Get rid of this Mexican, Shibby.
Throw him over the border.
You're the cop that gets no respect.
Yeah.
Zero.
Just don't do it again.
Ooh. Please stop fucking my
I'm
wife.
trying to adjust my glasses.
Oh, well, you see, that's illegal. Can't really do that.
Hey.
I mean, I'll look the other way this time.
Oh.
You kids seem cool.
Stop fucking my wife, please.
Shut up.
Add my gamer tag. We'll settle this in Call of Duty.
1v1 me in Overwatch. Anyways, Tugs boys and Tugs girls. Every year, every so many years, a candidate may have essentially unlimited financial backing, experience in their specific profession, and so many supporters in their pockets from their foundation they built, yet they still fall on their fucking face.
Harambe!
Harambe, please. It does not matter that they apparently have one of the best campaigns in franchise history, capturing the hearts and minds of young people around the world and copy-pasted policies and mechanics from prior predecessors, yet still manage to fuck it up. Of course, I'm talking about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Move those emails out of the way and lock it up, because this year's Call of Duty, regardless of trying to trick players into precious pre-orders and liberal media polling that clearly has false data, has managed to deliver a complete package that managed to get a thumbs up from a slim majority, however, failed to inspire in those areas where it really counted. It doesn't matter that you wanted to move to Canada because they sell Call of Duty there too. Instead of having actual servers in 2016, this peer-to-peer bullshit is just not good enough. Host advantage is too strong, gun mechanics of spray and pray, submachine guns is played out.
Wait, are you saying that a public server hosted by
Private
people
Call of Duty
is
server?
better than the private server?
Yes.
No!
Unlike Battlefield 1, as you go into the future, basically every weapon is a god gun and does not make playing the game and wanting to level anything past a basic SMG worth it. Player base on the PC is goddamn abysmal. And hear this, viewer, this should be criminal. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. On the Windows Store, Infinite Warfare is being sold for $48, a 20% savings. Sounds tempting, right? The Digital Legacy Edition that comes with Modern Warfare Remastered Edition, which I've already reviewed, is also 20% off at $64 total. Basically, the normal cost of the typical base game, yet you get Modern Warfare essentially for free. This also sounds great, right? Wrong. Wrong. It's a nasty store and a lie. Do not buy into this version because you will be alone. Much like the podium was at Clinton's convention hall in the Javits Center. But Shibby. Why is this? Well, viewer and loyal Shibby 2024 supporter. I won't be 35 in the next election. It's fine. The Windows Store users who purchased that version of the game cannot play with users who purchased the version on Steam. What the fuck is that about? In 2016, much like the country, we are further fragmenting a user base that is already small. Rest in peace, Gary Johnson. The game is also poorly optimized, which is surprising when a Call of Duty title that barely pushes the graphical boundaries anyway is struggling, yet games like Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 are perfectly optimized and run great. While these guys here may think I'm a cuck or a shill, having played both TF2 and BF1 on multiple computers and they run fantastic, and also do not have multiplayer lobby issues on the scale that Infinite Warfare has. Single player campaign is suitable, it's linear as expected, and has a standard level of Call of Duty polish. Okay. The budget they spend on man hours, voice acting, and motion capture typically prevents these campaigns from being a complete failure. Sure, flying the Jackal space fighter around is cool the first time, it's quickly played out. Hacking little robots and calling in airstrikes to blow up enemies throughout the campaign also gets boring while in Titanfall 2, that campaign actually wants you to engage enemies, not like some whistleblower pussy boy. Zombies is also a nice added addition, but does not feel different enough to make it feel like a real shining star like it used to be. For example, if this was a new version of Left 4 Dead every year, released annually, it would feel played out because there's not enough changes or iterations being made. That is how I feel about the current zombie version of Infinite Warfare. At the end of the day, with the resources and brainless player base behind Call of Duty. It is no surprise they released a yearly reskin version from one of the 3 developers they have in rotation. You idiots keep giving them money, and they're gonna keep taking it. With the current success of Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2, one of those having free DLC and updates, I feel you're getting a better and more unique experience picking up one of those 2 titles. To me, it is no surprise that Infinite Warfare is set in space because no one on Earth wants to buy it. Woo! 0 out of 10.
Woo!
That was the wild
2 out of 10?
No, 0. 0 out of 10. He's back. He's back. I was spitting all over myself. I did play. They give away a free VR game that lasts about 5 minutes. It was okay. So that's fun. Thanks, Ships. That was an amazing review.
Sounds like they're really gonna build a wall of unpurchased cartridges.
Yeah. Send them down to the border. Anyways, Call of Duty's all Bernie's fault somehow.
Yeah.
But what should they watch?
Bros.
What should they watch, Elliot?
Yeah. Well, wake up from under your rock. We have a new president.
Yeah.
Coming right up.
Woo!
A real wild card.
Yeah.
For the next
Here to
4
shake
years.
things up.
Things have been shaken
Yeah.
and not stirred, and
Yeah.
we made a video about it where we kind of just want you all to calm the fuck down for now.
Yeah, just chill.
And then in our other video on Tech Tuesday, or Tech News Day, it wasn't on a Tuesday, we talked about how the future's fueled by shit.
Yeah, but this time it's
Literally.
real shit.
Actual shit.
And
And
we
the
also-
robots took our jobs.
And we also have amazing new fan art from Lydia M, who actually features Shibby, but he's too tall to
Hey,
fit
pan
in.
down. Oh, it's
Oh,
cut off.
that's
I
how
see.
it is. Okay, subscribe to our channel. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.